May 2024, counting down already for some presence, from some political actors, counting down to 2027. For them, it's like just tomorrow morning, in case you don't know. But then, my name is Jude, Ikami Jude, and this afternoon, I've got the pleasure of having in the studio Dr. P. Professor P. Peter Anosike is in the building this beautiful afternoon. Welcome to the show, Peter Anosike.
Yeah,
good to have you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Are you surprised I wanted to say doctor?
No. I'm okay with Mr.
No, I'm talking pragmatism right now. I'm not talking about any sheet of paper or whatever.
I'm okay with Mr. I'm not asking for more.
But why? You are a Nigerian. I mean, some persons who have actually gotten to your level should be talking like, talking professor, talking doctor, talking.
How much does that put on your table? Understand?
But you know, an average Nigerian would want to have a rank, one title or the other. You know.
The only title I want is Mr.
Mister, or better still, Peter Anosike. Right?
Yeah.
It's okay. Good to have you on the show anyway. Okay. In case you're joining us, everyone, feel free to join the conversation on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. We're just streaming. Okay. It is at VOP 90.3 FM. That is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. It promises to be a special edition today being Monday. Yes. The 5th day in the month of May 2024. It promises to be very, very interesting. So try and join this conversation, especially on YouTube, and you can share also to your friends, your family members, and even your enemies. Did I say that? Well, I'm correct. Everyone should get involved in nation building, and that's what we're doing here every weekday between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. So welcome on board. Feel free to join the conversation via WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp portal is open 081-717-56338, 081-717-56338. And of course, much more later we get to open up the studio lines, and so you can be part of the conversation. If you call 0700, just want to give you these numbers though, so you can maybe save it or note it. 0700 903 903 903, 0700 903 903 903. Okay, my name is Jude. Now I want to start from here, just a couple of issues here and there that I would want us to look into. First of all, before I get to the coastal rail issue, there is this information that I got, and it has to do with in connection with the Abacha era. You know, it got my attention. I felt I should touch on it. You know, talking about abductions and detentions in Nigeria. You know, the way people are abducted and detained in Nigeria. And so some persons are actually pointing out how it all played out, you know, when the late General Sani Abacha was on board, you know, was the head of state then, you know, as regards especially media personalities, you know, arresting, the way they arrest and detain media personalities. And aside media personalities, even some other persons, you know, are being detained unnecessarily, and some abductions going on here and there, you know, uncalled for. So I'm so happy because I have Anosike in the studio, who is a historian. You know, he remembers yesterday like today. He remembers 50 years like like today. So Peter Anosike, again, you're a journalist, a senior journalist. I wanted to look at it, you know, how it was then, you know, while Abacha was the head of state, the level of abductions and arrest and all of that, and compare it with what we have now, because some persons are trying to relate both and like they're liking it. How do you see this?
Well, even though Nigerian politicians are giving democracy a bad name, but democracy remains the best system of government in the world. So you cannot compare a true democratic state and a military state. But under Abacha, Nigerian masses, the civilians, has just one enemy, the military. But now in a civilian government, political parties divide the masses.
Okay.
Understand? So under the military dispensation, the masses has just one enemy, the army, the masses. I mean the army. But under a civilian regime, there are so many divisions. What I mean by divisions is political parties,
Okay.
and interest groups. Understand me? And again, factions inside that political parties.
Okay.
But the truth be told, we have had far more adoptions, far more detentions during the civil era than the military era.
In the civil era than the political. What? How did you say that again, please?
I want to repeat it. Let it be on history that we have had far more abductions, far more kidnappings under this democracy than under the army.
Really?
Sure. How many people were detained under Abacha? It is just the high-profile people, those who were criticizing the government. You and I have no reason to fear under Abacha. Understand me? Under Abacha, we were comfortably going from Lagos to Abuja by road. We are going everywhere by road.
But people still go missing even at that time.
Only high-profile people.
Okay.
Only high-profile people. So, but now, everybody now is living in fear. Under Abacha, we are not living in fear. The ordinary masses, we are not living in fear. I say we are going from Lagos to Abuja by road. But now, nothing can make me go to Abuja by road. So I can say that Nigeria was far more secured under the military than now.
And you said that democracy is still the best form of government. I mean,
I said the democracy remains the best form of government, but our Nigerian politicians are giving democracy a bad name. That's why it now seems that democracy is bad. Another name for democracy is development. And we have had over 25 years of development, of democracy. Are we being developed? The answer is no. So that's why I said that our politicians are giving democracy a bad name. So even though we have the democracy, we are not seeing that development. Last week, yesterday, I saw, I read of a senator in Kano State that gave 1 million clay pots to the members of his constituency, and this white cloths for burial. A senator from Kano State, 1 million clay pots, and the white clothing for burial. So this has now become that senator's own dividend of democracy. You see, so that's why I say that they are giving democracy a bad name, because that is not what democracy is all about. Democracy is all about development.
okay, we had Sheikh Gumi in the studio this morning, and he said a whole lot of things that I wish I have enough time to bring it back to back, one after the other, to recall all the things he said as regards or security, or maybe better put, insecurity in Nigeria. He said a whole lot of things too, but then before I bring in that one, the wave of abduction of journalists, especially I want to narrow this down to journalists, that continues to grow under a so-called democratic government, like you mentioned, has no doubt become a point of concern for media practitioners who now have a worry about their safety and as they discharge their duties. The concerns are not only for reporters, editors, and every media practitioner, but also for their families and friends who fear for the safety and freedom of their loved ones. Now, given the abduction of First News editor, this guy now, Segun Olatunji, from his residence in Lagos on March the 15th, 2024, by the military, to the recent ordeal of one Daniel Ojukwu of the Foundation of Investigative Journalism, who was seized by the police on the streets of Lagos. Media professionals find themselves in a dire situation right now, reminiscent of Nigeria's Yonta era. This is even as the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said no journalist had been incarcerated under the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How do we put this? My concern is this statement made by Mohammed Idris that no journalist has been incarcerated under the current government.
Well, I don't know the dictionary that he is using. Understand? So, incarcerated should mean detained, or is he talking about imprisoned? Understand?
Okay.
So I don't know the dictionary that he is using, but we know that many journalists are being detained. The ones that we hear are the ones that are made public. Understand me? The ones that we hear are the ones that are made public. I remember when Dambazwa was the chief of army staff, his ADC called me. I don't know how he got my phone number, but he called me and said, Peter, stop writing that thing that you are writing about the army. Understand? Because then I was doing an expose about the army. Understand? I was researching what the injustices that was going on in the army. It was through this research that I discovered that Jigawa State alone has far more major generals than the whole Southeast.
Jigawa alone.
Jigawa, understand me? That many of the states in the north had far more major generals in the army than the whole of Southeast. So I was exposing this. So one day the ADC to Dambazwa called me that I should stop what I am writing in the papers. Understand?
Yeah.
That I know that he has his guns. Understand me? I say, you know too that I have my pen, and you will drop that gun, and I'll still be using my pen. That was my answer to him. Understand me? Then after, I was getting some childish calls. Understand me? Understand? An instance, I will be in the mainland. I will receive a call. Peter, how much is your full-page corner advert? Understand me? The number is not on my phone. I will give a figure. The person will say, okay, come to VI and connect the money. You not even tell, you didn't argue for your own commission. You didn't argue of the price. So
wow.
you have to also be disciplined. Understand?
As a journalist.
As a journalist, you have to be disciplined. You must have that ability to say no. It is not everywhere that you should be going to. Understand me? If you are critical of government, it should not be everywhere that you are going to. I know of a journalist with a newspaper in Lagos State here. Understand?
Yeah.
He went to. He wrote. That's a very tough story against the government of Borno State. Understand me? So that's, I don't want to mention the administration when that happened. So the SA media to the governor of the state called him. You wrote this story without getting our own side of the story. Understand? Okay, come and hear from. Come and get our own side of the story. Understand? This guy left Lagos and went to Maiduguri. Understand me? They gave him a hotel. Understand? But he didn't wake up the next morning.
Whoa.
Understand me? He didn't wake up the next morning. But or your senses should have told you that these people are not happy with you. Why do you decide to go there? Understand me? So at times we play into the hands of those who are after us, and that's why you must be disciplined as a journalist. I learned a lot from Shaware.
Okay.
Understand me? Shaware, anywhere he is going, Shaware and myself, we are members of the Neighbor Civil Society. Understand me? Anywhere there's a meeting, Shaware, nobody will know when he will come in and when he will go. Understand me?
Yeah.
He moves like a I don't know that the word that I will use. Understand me? Let me say, he comes and goes like a spirit. Understand? He will wait until the event. He will come early, go and stay somewhere and be watching those coming for the event. After the event has started, maybe about 20 minutes, he will breeze in there. Before the end of the event, he will disappear. Understand me? So I was always watching him. Understand me? So these people, if you know that you are critical of government, you should be disciplined. Understand me? Then you should restrict your movement. You should be careful who you take money from and who you take drinks from. Understand me?
Sure.
Because there's one journalist that has been celebrated in the country that he was killed by the army. But the truth is that guy was not all that sincere. He was culpable.
Okay.
Understand me? He was culpable. But because Nigerians don't know the whole story, till tomorrow they are still celebrating him as an epitome of investigative journalism and so on and so forth.
All right. Now, about abduction, the level of abduction going on in Nigeria, now, and detentions, not basically for media personalities alone or journalists alone, but across board. Like I said, I told you we had Sheikh Gumi in this studio this morning, and he said a lot of things. I want to quickly touch on that a little before we move on. With the way he spoke, one would want to reconsider his stance. One would want to look at him like, okay, maybe this person really understands what he's doing. It is the people or the government that doesn't understand him. Now, while he was answering questions here, he made mention of, okay, let me put that aside first. But the way he spoke is like as if he is in the part of the people, the side of the people, and the side of government. Like he wants the good of the country. He wants to mediate between government and these guys. He wants to find a way for the government to help put or nip this whole issue of insecurity in the bud by him asking government to allow him to go and have a word with these guys. So help us look at it. Is it that we are the persons who do really understand Sheikh Gumi, or help us find the balance somewhere? What's really going on? Is he for the people, or for the bandits? Really?
Well.
Or for himself, for his selfish interest?
Well, for me, Sheikh Gumi was partly in the army. Are you aware of that?
Sure.
So, which means he has some intelligence. Understand? That's by being in the army, even though he didn't get up to the top ranks, he was in the army. So that means he has he knows a bit. He knows something about security. Understand? So, but the issue is this: most despots in the world come as saviors. Most dictators in the world come as messiahs. Understand?
Okay.
They will come. Emperor, the Idi Amin
of Uganda.
Uganda came as a messiah. Samuel Doe came as a messiah. Chasteno came as a messiah. 1966 coup, Onzogu, Ifajun, and others came as messiahs. That's why when they come on board, they condemn the government that they have sacked. Understand me?
Okay.
So, Sheikh Gumi, the Bible says there's a way that seems right unto a man,
and the end thereof is
but the end is destruction. So people always feel that what they are doing is the right thing. Understand me? That is a self-righteousness. Understand? So for him, negotiating with the terrorists or bandits is a criminal. It's a criminal act. Understand me? You are encouraging them, because that's what I used to tell people. If a thief don't have where to sell what he stole, he will not go and steal that thing.
Okay.
Understand me? If a thief don't have buyers of what he is stealing, he will stop stealing. Understand me? So if bandits don't have somebody that to negotiate for them, they will stop what they are doing. So for me, negotiating for bandits or speaking, do you know, these guys are saying that bandits are hungry. Understand me? That terrorists are hungry. That's what Sheikh Gumi is saying. Understand me? No hungry man will go and kidnap another man. Understand me? No hungry man will use AK-47. So they are not hungry, they are criminals. And criminals should be treated like criminals. I keep on saying it. Mercy for the wicked is cruelty to the innocent. Understand me? Showing mercy to the wicked is cruelty to the innocent. So every bandit, every terrorist deserves to be punished drastically. Understand me? So I cannot call somebody a self-appointed negotiator of terrorists, of bandits, a good person. Sheikh Gumi is a very wicked person. Understand me? Sheikh Gumi is a very wicked person. Because when bandits, now, why did the Hamas abduct abduct people from Israel. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
They want to use them for negotiation. That's the only reason. That's why they killed those they killed and now took about 200. Understand? Which they want to use for negotiation. Give me this, take this. And now somebody will now come and say, I'm negotiating on behalf of these people. No. That's for me, for what I believe, for what I stand, I can never give a thumb up for such people.
You know, there's this questions. You know, there's this same question, one particular question that we've been asking. Journalists, Nigerians have been asking, why can't, if we actually say that Sheikh Gumi is not doing the best, is not doing what is good in the eyes of everyone, both home and abroad. I mean, if we feel that Sheikh Gumi has been backing this, guys, the question is,
he is acting as their spokesperson
now.
Okay, imagine Peter Nosike asking as a spokesperson for armed robbers. What would you term me? Would you want me to be or your friend?
Here is what I'm going to. I love the fact that you came out this way. But then, the big question in the lips of everyone is, why hasn't Sheikh Gumi been arrested? Why can't the government arrest Sheikh Gumi and ask him questions? You said he was one time a military personnel. If
he was in the army.
Yes, and so you also said he had informations and all of that. So
I said he has intelligence on security.
Beautiful.
Understand?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yes.
But why can't the government call him to order one, or why can't he be arrested, knowing fully well that this guy is a suspect? I mean, like you rightly said, he's speaking for bandits. Why can't we hold him to ransom? Or is it that if you do that, hell will be let loose?
Well, for me,
you're seeing a dangerous man, but you can't go after him.
For me,
he's walking freely.
For me, the geography that he is coming from is one of the reasons. Understand me? Assuming that I've been doing for IPOB what Gumi is doing for the terrorists in the north and bandits in the north, I would have been either in DSS custody in Kirikiri or Kuje by now, because I'm an Igbo man. Understand me? So where Gumi comes from is giving him that advantage. That is one.
Okay.
Understand me? Remember what happened in Ozo 1 in Enugu State about 2 days ago, that 2 policemen on Mufti were killed.
Yeah.
So they went and burned the whole village. Police and army went and burned the whole village. That's after Fundani herdsmen, not more than a week, has killed about 20 people in the same Ozo 1. Understand me?
Sure.
So, because 2 policemen on Mufti came there, strange faces, unable to identify themselves, I'm not justifying the killing.
Okay.
For me, the best, no matter what anybody does, is to hand them over to the appropriate authority. Understand? But the tension in Ozo 1 because of what happened there about 10 days ago when Fulani herdsmen came and massacred some people. So there was tension. So when they now see 2 strange faces, understand me, and mind you, they were not putting on police uniform. So the truth is, they did not know that they were policemen. So they killed them. Understand me? Police and army came and burned down the whole village. Understand me?
Of course.
But we know that some time ago, an army commander was killed in Niger State. Understand? And nothing happened. Understand me?
Yeah.
And nothing happened. So this is just a metaphor of the country that we are in. So assuming that an Igbo man has appointed himself as the IPO, as the spokesperson of IPOB, or as a negotiator for IPOB, he would have been in detention by now. Understand? Because he is geographically disadvantaged. So Gumi is doing what he is doing and getting away with it. One, because of where he come from. And again, the powers, the unseen powers that are backing him. Mind you, some people are in government, some people are in power. You see those who are in government, but you don't see those who are in power. And those who are in power are stronger than those in government. Those you see in government are mere agencies of those who are in power.
You know, when you mentioned when you said being geographically disadvantaged or advantaged,
He's from the north.
of course, it gets some people infuriated. Like you want to make people go angry. I've been on this show for a while now, and I've heard people say, "What's it about the northern part of Nigeria?" Everyone feels that, hey, these guys are the owners of the country. Everyone is scared of an average Hausa man. It feels, well, this guy is a no-go area. And that these guys, like, I remember one of them was saying that they have 70% of the Nigerian oil. I don't want to go into that area. But again, when it comes to voting or elections, we want to pay allegiance to the north. If you are from the southeast or you are from the southwest or wherever you are, and you're coming out for any major position, you want to go pacify our northern brothers. And then Nigerians are looking at it. Why is it that these guys are becoming too important to everyone? Like you just mentioned Gumi again now, that because of his location, and people want to ask, how? What is the big deal about where he come from?
Well, Nigerians has been brainwashed. Understand me? So Nigerians have been brainwashed. They have accepted a falsehood. Understand me? There was a publication that Amadu Bello made in the Parrot newspaper in 1960. Understand? That Nigeria is their own inheritance. Understand? And those from the south are just their tools. Understand me? So a lot of them believe that. I met some years back. I met one governorship governorship candidate in Abia State.
Okay.
He was running on the ticket of Abga. He said that he just come back from Niger State. That he went to see Babangida. I said, my friend, what concern Babangida with Abia State? Understand me? You are running for the governorship of Abia State. You are going to Niger State to seek Babangida's permission. So this is how people has been brainwashed. Understand me? That is so Nigerians. Those from the south has accepted a lot of falsehood. Understand me? Now, I wrote a book on census, and I researched from the day census started in Nigeria around 1885 up to the last census in 2006. Understand me? And it is obvious that Nigeria has never had one accurate census. Nigeria has never had one accurate census. Understand? Even in 1962-63 census, Michael Okpara, the Prime Minister, the Premier of Eastern Nigeria, described that census as worse than rubbish. Understand me? Michael Okpara, the Premier of Eastern Nigeria, then described the 1962-63 census as worse than rubbish, and he rejected it. Understand me? Fashionda, Babatunde Raji Fashionda was the chief of staff to Tinubu in 2006 when the census was conducted, and the Fashionda was in charge of the census in Lagos State. Fashionda said that they used 11 days and 11 nights to count all the houses in Lagos State, and they got it at 4.5 million. But when the census figure came out, they gave Lagos State 9 million. That's 4.5 million times 2. That's 9 million. Which means every household in Lagos has only 2 people, husband and wife. No children. Understand me? So, and in that 2006 census, they put Kano State, the most populous state in the country.
I think I saw that document also.
Understand me?
Yes.
They put Kano State as the most populous state in the country. And mind you, Jigawa State was carved out of Kano State. Understand? But no states have been carved out of Lagos State. So for you to see what is happening in the country, but the South are so docile that they are believing the lie that's coming from the North. An instance, there are this falsehood that one, Nigerian landmass is about 930 or so. Understand? The North has about 600, and understand me. Why the South has a 300 and understand me? But the truth is that landmass does not mean density. Understand me? Landmass does not in any way mean density. Density is the population, and there's density in the South than in the North. When Motana Nyako was the governor of Adamawa State, one day we went with a World Bank team. I was a member of a World Bank team that went to Adamawa on this MDG, Millennium Development Goal. So Nyako and myself, we are in a coastal bus. We are going to the oldest local government in Adamawa State, which was also the oldest local government in Gongola State. Adamawa was carved out of Gongola State. That's Adamawa and Taraba and Adamawa. We are in the old Gongola State. Okay, so Nyako and myself were in the same bus. We ran for 2 hours without seeing any house. I asked, excuse me, sir. We have run for 2 hours without seeing any house. And we are being told that the North is more populated than the South. Where is the population? Motada Nyako told me, "Na so I hear." Understand me? That is how he also heard it. Understand? So the issue is this: density and landmass are not the same thing. The density is in the South because South is agricultural area. North is the desert.
You know, there's been this battle as regards which state is more popular. Has the highest population.
Lagos has the highest population. Lagos has the highest population.
People will still argue that it's Kano. Kano has the highest population in Nigeria.
Do
People
you
would
know?
argue that.
Do you know? Nobody from the south has been made that has been the head of MPC. Understand me? That conducted the census. Understand me? I did a research on census in Nigeria. Nobody from the south. The last chairman of MPC was Makama. Makama was the secretary of Shehu Shagari. Understand me? And Shehu Shagari was among those in 1960 who Ahmadu Bello debriefed. So they were given a mindset. They were given that's a mentality which they are still using up to today. Understand me? So when a northerner is appointed that to conduct census, he knows that the most populous state in the south must not be more than the most populous state in the north. And you see, if
what you're saying now is that it's an arrangement.
It's an arrangement, an unwritten rule. It's already in their mind.
Unwritten rule, you said?
Yes, it's already in their mind. Ordinarily, everybody knows that Lagos is the most populated state in the country. Lagos has seaport, which attracts people and businesses. Lagos has the first international airport, which is people and business. Understand me? So the indices are there. There's no way Kano can be more populated than Lagos State. What do they have? You just market. But Lagos has international seaport and the international airport. Understand me? So, but the issue is the South are very, very docile. That's why those in the North, whatever they say, if they shake, the South will catch cold. Understand me? Just like again, when they say that there are more Christians, there are more Muslims in Nigeria than Christians, it is a lie. Understand me? I also did a research on this. There's no state in the north that has 90% Muslims. None. No state in the north has 90% Muslims. Understand? Borno, southern Borno are Christians, where Chibok and others are. Understand? Southern Kaduna are Christians. Understand? Adamawa, Taraba are 50-50. Understand me? Now, there's no state in the north that Igbos don't constitute about 15% of their population. I have gone to all the 36 states in the country. There's no state in the north that Igbos does not constitute 15% of their population. And these Igbos are not Muslims. Understand me? But in the south, you can get states that are 100% Muslims. I mean, Christians.
Okay.
Understand me? In the south, and southeast, what is the population of Muslims today?
You said in the south,
south, and southeast.
You can get you can find a state that has 100% Christians in it.
In the southeast as a whole, understand me? You can get 100% Christians. In the south, where you can get
but there are Muslim Igbos.
How this are they? Understand me? How many are they? In the south, where you can get a Muslim community is in Auchi in Edo State. Understand me? It's only Auchi in Edo State.
I think no, there's an area. What they call it now, Agbede area, from Agbede to Auchi. That axis after Ekpoma.
That axis now. It is that axis
towards Okwela. then
that is axis. That's where you can get the biggest number of Muslims community in the South as a whole. You cannot get it in Bayelsa. You cannot get it in Cross River. You cannot get it in Akwa Ibom. You cannot get it in Rivers. Understand me? Then Lagos State in the southwest, where you can get the biggest number of Muslims, is in Osun State.
What about Oyo?
Oyo is 50-50.
Are you sure?
Oyo is 50-50.
Okay.
Understand me? In Lagos, we have far more Christians than Muslims. Understand me? That's Yoruba Christians than the non-indigens. Understand me? So, but the South are docile. Understand? They have allowed themselves to be intimidated. The North has shut them up. And that's what they are now doing, is taking orders from the North. North, I even say that it is them that's why they say that they are born to rule.
Again, I was just trying to kind of elongate, this whole thing. Let's see, drag it to an extent to get more facts and evidence from you. Then, but then I'm still talking about the reason why North feels they have this power to decide for the country. You recall when Tinubu said, okay, some departments of a CBN will be brought to Lagos. You remember what the argument they put forward?
They said that they will not support him in 2027.
Immediately they were touching him where he wants to. That area they knows if they touch this area, Tinubu will shake. They stop that area immediately.
Back down.
Yes, you see what we're saying?
Because they have made the South to believe that they have the numbers. How did they get these numbers? So-called through continuously falsifying the census figures. That is it. Continuously falsifying the census figures.
By the way, what has happened to census since 2006 up until now? It's been how many years now? 2006, and now we're in 2006 now. We're talking about 2024.
Well, ordinarily, the census is supposed to be conducted every 10 years. Understand? But it's a very contentious issue. Understand me?
They raised the same issue last year. Was it last year or 2020?
Buhari is supposed to have conducted the census.
Yes.
But
and all of a sudden he ran away from it.
He shifted it to
Tinubu.
To Tinubu. Understand me? And the 2006 census, Obasanjo knew that it was not accurate. Do you know? People can go and go, because I like talking with facts. Understand me? And Obasanjo knew that census figure was wrong. Fashion was shading this in tears. Understand me? But what did Obasanjo say? Obasanjo said, well, it is not too bad. Nigerians can either accept or reject it. That was what Obasanjo said. Because Obasanjo does not want to move against the North. That's what a president said. Well, it is not too bad. Nigerians can either accept or reject it. End of quote. Understand me? Then, and mind you, in the book I wrote, I said that ethnicity and religion should be in the census form. Understand me? This is the fraud that they are doing. Understand me? They say no ethnicity, no religion. So if you are living in Kanu, you will be counted as as a Kanu indigene. Understand me? You'll be counted as a Muslim because Kanu is a Muslim state.
Yeah.
Understand me? So every Igbo man that is living in Kanu is being counted as a Kanu indigene and as a Muslim. But when it comes to appointment, they will remember that this person is not an indigene.
Give him that post.
All right.
They removed him when he's supposed to be doing his own time because he's an Igbo man. So all this ethnicity and tribalism is what is keeping Nigeria where it is today, and nothing can change it unless we tell ourselves the truth. Others are not even more than Igbos.
Appreciate you. Before I bring in Mr. Nosike to wrap things up, let me let you know quickly, just some information reaching me. The Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has filed a lawsuit against Nigeria's governors and the ministers of the Federal Capital Territory, Mr. Nyesom Wike, over their failure to account for 5.9 trillion naira and about $4.6 billion loans obtained by the states and the FCT, and to publish copies of the loans agreements, including details and locations of projects executed with the loans. Well, the suit followed the disclosure last month by Governor Uba Sani of Kaduna State that the immediate past administration of Nasir El-Rufai left $587 million, 85 billion naira debt, and about 115 contractual liabilities, making it possible or impossible rather for the state to pay salaries, and so on and so on and so and so forth, right? But then the basic thing is that SERAP has sued Sani, Wike, and or some other persons over failure to account for about 5.9 trillion naira and of course $4.6 billion loans, and of course publish and they've also failed to publish the agreements. Now, away from that, quickly to Rivers State now. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has said that the pressure mounted by the political crisis has been, weathered sufficiently, giving way for his administration to provide focused leadership and governance to the people of the state. In fact, in his word, he said we have moved on with governance despite political pressure, and that's from Siminalayi Fubara. And some other persons has it that, according to Fubara, no more political crisis in Rivers State. I don't know if it's a political statement or he has actually decided to move on, or what is it?
Pure political statement.
No more, political.
Very. That's an army is being arranged against him. Understand? With Magnus Abe joining Wike and APC. Understand? So he has a battalion that to confront. So
do you foresee if
he cannot be sleeping with his two eyes closed?
Do you foresee this guy coming back in the next 4 years?
Well,
or even finishing this for first 4 years?
Well, he has the advantage of coming from being an Ejo person, and Ejo has 10 local government in Rivers State. And Ejo is a violent people.
And you remember Asari has also threatened.
So Ejo is a violent people. So they can make Wike and anybody uncomfortable in River State. So for me, that's the only thing that is counting for him, where he came from.
Turn by turn, no. Okay, that is what is happening in Rivers State right now. But before I bring in Mr. Peter Nosike to wrap things up now, Governor Alex Oti of Abia State said that his administration is not at all fighting anybody, but only interested in recovering looted funds and achieving good governance. Oti stated these, I think it was at the weekend. Yes, he explained that what he wants is the progress and development of Abia State, stressing that if the immediate past administration will refund the 10 billion naira spent on the airport, project, if they are willing to refund it, no wahala, but then he disclosed that his administration will soon commence a medical city project in Abia, which would attract people with serious health issues to the state for adequate medical care. Your state, Peter Anosike.
Yes, my Godson State.
Okay.
Well, for me, I told them that they should use both GPS and Google, that to search for where the airport is. Understand me?
Oh, GPS and Google.
Yes,
together
to search where the airport is, because 10 billion was awarded for an airport. Understand me? Even the contractor is not even intelligent. Understand? Because how this government people do this kind of thing, they will just go and clear some hectares of this thing. Understand? Now fence it, put a big signboard, propose site for Abia Airport. Understand me? And they will tell you that 10 billion went for compensation and logistics and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So, but this one, they didn't do anything at all. So they should refund the money.
In 60 seconds, if you were a president tomorrow morning, if you have the opportunity to become the president of Nigeria, what are these things you want to look at? First three.
Jude, my ambition on earth is to be an author, nothing more.
No, if
I don't want if. My ambition in the world is to be best-selling author. I just want my books to be in as many shelves as possible. That's my dream. Politics is not my stuff.
No, but that caller said you know the Nigerian state.
Because I'm a student, I research. I research. So politics is not I just leave me where I am. Understand me?
Thank you so very much, Peter Anosike. I appreciate you for coming. I think we will continue with this conversation, especially the one that has to do with your state.
Well,
your God's own state.
I'll be ready to discuss Nigeria, and but I'm first of all an Abian man before becoming a Nigerian man. So I'll be willing to discuss Abia anytime, any day.
Thank you so very much.
Yes,
Peter
thank
Anosike.
you so much.
I appreciate you for coming. Friends, my name is Jude Ikami Jude. Thank you again. I appreciate you. I'll be here again tomorrow from 1 p.m. up until 3 p.m. I do this every weekday, okay? Thank you. On Facebook, Ikami Jude. Instagram, Ikami Jude. X, Ikami, everywhere. Just go there everywhere. Ikami Jude. Love you so much. See you tomorrow. Good afternoon, Nigeria.
Dear valued listener,